hurricanes too. Hurricane George, Hurricane Hugo. But nothing can prepare anybody for an earthquake. The tension lived. I felt homeless having a home. We didn't feel secure going back in. And then when we did, it was like 2 minutes. Hurry up, leave the door open. Hurry up, let's go. Get whatever we need to get and out. Check whatever we needed to check, out. We stood day and night outside in community with our neighbors, praying each day, but the tension grew at night. What if a big one hit? In our cars, we can feel our cars shaking. The ground was moving in constant movement. When I came back, I came obviously a little bit before my time to come, and probably stood too long, but it was a heavyweight sadness of leaving my neighbors. And they would say, ay, tú te vas, y nos quedamos nosotros solos. Y si no, no están solos. Lo que necesite, yo estoy contigo. Out of, always out of something negative, there's always something positive. And I think the positive was that as people, we came together. And I saw the first responding was our own people coming to Guayanilla, to Huánica, to Yauco, giving that aid, ese aliento. And I was fortunate, I don't know, todavía está mi casa ahí, right? It suffered some minor damages, but not as other people who lost the entire house and don't have nowhere to go, no other town. And mind you, the people in San Juan te dicen, ay, eso es allá en el sur, es lejos de nosotros. They felt it too. The ground is still shaking. Thankfully, less. There was an app that everybody downloaded, and every time it did a little noise, it was like, oh my God, we were holding on to each other. And we are resilient. We've been hit hard, but as the diaspora now, as part of the diaspora, we are one. And that's what I love about this fundraiser, because even when I came back, I felt everything shaking. I think I still do. It will take some time. But I can only imagine what people are still going through. And I think that we are strong together. We're strong together. That bomba, even though it's an element of resistance, but it's also an element of freedom. Country de mi patria, Puerto Rico, how I wear my colors proudly, esos colores de nuestra bandera, la roja, la azul y la blanca. La roja is, you all know the story. The Puerto Rican flag was actually designed here in New York with revolutionaries, Cuban revolutionaries as well. It was designed here in New York in 1892. And I feel that those colors, because of resiliency, our strongness, should never fade. It should never go to black. It should never go to just black and white. Because it's already revolutionary. Ese color rojo, no solamente lo derramaron los revolucionarios, pero lo derramaron los primeros revolucionarios, nuestros indios taínos de Borinquen, that fought, nuestros africanos, nuestros hermanos compatriotas por un mejor Puerto Rico. El color blanco, que significa paz, que whoever your higher power is, Dios siempre está con nosotros. I believe so, because that could have been probably a 7 or an 8. And azul, because there's always another day to look at too. There's a beautiful morning to wake up to, those of us who are fortunate to do. So I'm very aware that cloudy those colors, because I've seen the lowest of the low, that we've been hit by hurricanes, we've been hit by corruption, we've been hit by earthquakes, y el pueblo siempre dice presente como hermanos y en solidaridad, siempre estamos unidos. So, This next song, and I'm the South, and those of you who know about bomba, we're doing the bomba rhythms that are particularly from the South. Y yo me uno en solidaridad con el Centro Cuyambe de Salinas, es colectivo Umoja, también en Guayama, que desde el día 1, first day, have been taking items, getting the funding and buying the items and taking it to the people that most need. Not only the refugees camps that we have, but people in the mountain, people in rural areas. They have been doing the work, and I'm so proud that the Point has also designated them as one of the recipients of this fund, because these are people doing the work that very proudly, very humbly, reaching out. And this next song talks about finding a tree for you to stay underneath and be cool. But I dedicate it to my people of Puerto Rico, who many of them are uncertain and they're looking for a home. Y dice así: estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra, porque el que tengo calor a mí me da. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra, que me acompañe en mi soledad. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. Del sur, el ritmo, esto va para nuestros hermanos bomberos y bomberas que están allá todavía, están ayudando, y por medio de los tambores siguen sanando. The bomba. Another round of applause for our drummers, please. We give free classes on Saturday starting March 7th here in the South Bronx, so follow us so you can get all the information. Again, thank you so much for supporting our people. We're always happy. We are about community, and it's about bringing the community together. Con mucho orgullo. Gracias. Mariposa, gracias. Gracias.
So I did have something I wanted to say. We have El Maestro in the house. Where's Papote? Papote, maybe he went outside for a minute. But the announcement, hey Papote! And to anybody else who just came in, you can raise your hand, Teresa. That's my beautiful niece over there. You could give your donation to her if you just walked in. So this is Papote from El Maestro, and the announcement I wanted to make is that tomorrow morning, what's happening tomorrow morning?
Well, once again, we're going to be sending some sumetros to Puerto Rico. As you guys know, El Maestros had done this before. Unfortunately, we're veterans. And like last time, we anticipated that the Jones Act would be problematic. So we went en route with a Puerto Rican exporter, and he helped us out, right? La Monta, right? I'm not sure of many of the details. I'm pretty instrumental in helping my crew. I'm just a volunteer. So, I just help out as much as I can. And from my experience with El Maestros, we're about the only crew that can say that we accounted for everything going into the truck, and we accounted for everything going out of each and every truck. Yeah. So, what we're going through right now in the news, watching those warehouses full of stuff, it breaks my heart. But I'm also proud to say that at least we didn't get caught up in none of that stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of our community did, and we wouldn't like that to impact their willingness to be a little bit charitable and help our people out. So our Maestros Community Center, along with about 20 or 30 other organizations, have come together so that we can ensure that people have a source or a way to get stuff to the island in a very direct manner, community to community. We accept political help and everything, but we're trying to concentrate on a community to community effort. What I mean? Even if churches want to come along and donate, politicians, anybody is welcome. But this is the emphasis is community to community under the spirit of Don Pedro Luis Campos. Thanks. Oh yes, tomorrow we got people coming from all over. We got people coming from Ohio. It's 1300 Southern Boulevard, El Maestro's Boxing Center and Community Center, and we got people coming from a lot of different states. We do need volunteers. We are accepting last-minute donations. At one point, we look at it like we don't need water and we don't need a lot of things, but we'll take anything, for the people of Puerto Rico. And of course, manpower is something that we'll always need. Thank you. And women power.
Muscle power.
And all people power. As long as you're Boricua and I'm we're good.
Good enough for me.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Papote. All right. So I'm going to bring up a very special human being. He is actually we have a beautiful theater company here, Open Hydrant. Has anybody ever gone to any of the shows here that are produced by Open Hydrant Theater? We have an amazing theater company here. It's the only equity theater company in the Bronx that is basically raising stars, okay? Like growing stars, they're farming stars. And we have many stars in our midst. But I just was here last week and I saw their production of Annie. They've also done In the Heights. They have an upcoming production. We have the older youth who are teens. They're doing Les Mis. And there's auditions happening for Aladdin. So if you haven't come to a show, an Open Hydrant show, please go to the Point's website, thepoint.org, and check out Open Hydrant. So I'm going to bring up a very special star of Open Hydrant, who not only has graced the stage here at the Point, but he has graced Broadway, my people. Okay, Broadway. He's been in Kinky Boots, and now he's currently on ABC's Single Parents. Give it up for Devin Trey Campbell.
Hi. How are you guys doing? Good. Cool. Good. You guys good up there?
That I call my
gonna call Yami. Who is next? Our very own bachata artist who just released an album. Give it up for Enzo Tavares.
Thank you, my dear Mariposa. Where's my conga player? Right here, brother. How we feeling tonight? Good? Good? You know what I love most of all? That you sending out good vibes, good thoughts, and your love to our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico. Give it up for yourself for supporting this cause. Alright, give me a second to get set up here. So indeed, I just released an album. Okay, my name is Enzo Tavares. Some of you know me because I also work here at The Point. But I'm also an artist and I'm also a musician. And The Point greatly supports my music and my art. So I'm going to start with this song. It's called Lagos de Cerezo. It's my promotional single out. And you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on the internet through Enzo Tavares at Enzo Tavares.
Tu pelo negro bello, como decora tu cuerpo y tu sonrisa linda, mira, mira, y esa simpatía, tu caminar sereno eso, como conquista mi vida. Labios de cerezo, solo quiero un beso, sécate de miedos, mis labios de cerezo. Dame un beso loco, dame un beso tierno, dame de tus labios, súbeme para el cielo, dame de esos besos de cerezo, por ti me aloco y te bajo el cielo. Mira mi niña, con tu coquetería y me muero de agonía, mamá, por navegar tu geografía. Quiero comerte a besos de sol, morder labios de cerezo, bajo el firmamento sereno. Bailando en un aguacero, labios de cerezo, solo quiero un beso, déjate de miedo, mis labios de cerezo. Dame un beso loco, dame un beso tierno, dame de tus labios, súbeme para el cielo, dame de esos besos de cerezo, por ti me aloco y te bajo el cielo, déjate querer. nada tienes que perder. Cariñito, por lo que tengo, dame labios de cerezo. Voy a tu ver, voy a tu ver, voy a tu ver, voy a tu ver. Dale, dale. Dame un beso loco, dame un beso tierno, dame de tus labios, súbeme para el cielo, dame de otro beso de cerezo, costumi a loco y te bajo el cielo.
Thank you. Thank you very much. For this album, raise your hand if you speak Spanish. Español, Español. Raise your hand if you don't speak Spanish at all. Okay, we have some, okay, that's cool. Speak English, because it's good to be mindful. But this song's in Spanish. I'm actually originally from the Dominican Republic, but I feel that I'm an adopted Puerto Rican person. Yes, due to the fact that one, I work in the Bronx, and I work in Hunts Point, and I have been very well cared and loved by a Puerto Rican sort of family, which is the point. So, yes. So I feel very welcome around Puerto Rican culture. I love the culture. I love the food. I love the people. And I want to send my good thoughts and good hope to the people out in the island, because they can overcome this, like all of the things that they've gone through. There's one song that I want to sing to close. It's called Con Permiso, and it means excuse me. And it's a song where I speak about my Latin origins from the Dominican perspective, and I hope that you can see yourselves if you have any kind of like whether Latin heritage or Puerto Rican descendants in it. So please pay attention to it.
Con permiso, ponle oído a lo que digo. Solo te pido un momentito de tu tiempo, bendito. Puede que te interese. Soy negro, blanco, taíno, mulato, caribeño, bueno, latinoamericano, dominicano. Arroz con huevo, tambor y mambo, soy sincero, del pueblo no te miento, un chamaquito con un sueño que trae coherencia, sangre nueva, cosa buena, guaguaco, bachata, reggaetón y plena, cosa buena, pa' que baile la tía y hasta la abuela Teresa, brindo con el compadre Pedro Juan con una cerveza que está buena, porque aquí todos somos finos y tomamos de la buena, tomamos de la buena. Con permiso, ponle oído a lo que digo. Solo te pido un momentito de tu tiempo, bendito. Puede que te interese lo que digo. No critico a mis amigos, porque cada cual tiene que andar su propio camino, yo el mío. Vivo mi vida por amor y no lo que diga el vecino. Pues no me paga renta ni censura lo que digo el vecino. La mala lengua siempre desafió, no censura lo que digo. Con permiso, ponle oído a lo que digo. Solo te pido un momentito de tu tiempo, bendito. Puede que te interese lo que digo. Con permiso, ponle oído a lo que digo. Solo te pido un momentito de tu tiempo, bendito. Puede que te interese lo que digo, Cuerpo a cuerpo contigo, quiero llenar tu corazón de clavelito bonito, con una casa grande y con un balconcito bien bonito, y así mirar las estrellas y dormir rico pegadito. Oye, pegadito. Con permiso, ponle oído a lo que digo. bendito. Puede que te interese lo que digo, hey. Lo que digo, hey.
Thank you, Enzo Davis. Yes, thank you. You can find my music on everywhere, and you can follow me and follow my story on Instagram at Enzo Davis. Thank you very much. Give it up for yourself. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Enzo Davis. I love his music. He's an amazing musician, and I love you for your versatility. I wanted to acknowledge a few people in the house tonight. These images here was put together, this slideshow was put together by Teresa Rivera. Thank you, Teresa. I'm loving watching these. So I just want to acknowledge the victory of the people's struggle in Vieques for their hospital. So I love that those images are included. You saw that, I don't know how many cents it takes, but I think it's something like 50 cents or less for a cinder block. And the people just got together and said, if you want to support people from the own community who live in Vieques, but also people from outside, brought cinder blocks, and they put the names of people, and some people who had passed away from cancer. Because of the open detonations and because of the contamination and the leftover by the U.S. Navy bombardment. And FEMA just announced, I believe it was yesterday, that they're giving $39 million for Vieques to finally have a hospital after not having a hospital for so long. So I think it's important to focus on those victories and projects like that, like activism and protest that's important, and we need that, but we also need to connect it to actual projects that make it happen. So I wanted to acknowledge a few people in the house tonight. So you saw a few images from this past summer. I'm a part of CUNY Service Corps Puerto Rico. CUNY Service Corps Puerto Rico has brought almost 500 students over the past 2 summers to help rebuild roofs. We have some CUNY Service Corps, where are you? CUNY Service Corps in the house. I want to acknowledge the director of CUNY Service Corps Puerto Rico, Melissa Fernandez, my twin sister. Where is she? And I also want to just give a shout out that Eddie Pagan is here from Nos Quedamos, and other staff, Eddie and other staff from Nos Quedamos, Wanda Solomon from Mothers on the Move. I want to acknowledge that we have Melissa Mark Viverito in the house. Thank you for coming and supporting us tonight. We have Esperanza Martel. And other people presente, and we have other people that I will be. My brother-in-law, Melissa Fernandez, give it up for Melissa Fernandez, my sister. That's my cuñado, right over there, give it up for him. He took a lot of these pictures. That's my brother-in-law, Joe. It's a family affair here. I want to give a shout out to Charmvida, my goddaughter. And just everybody who has helped in this effort that has been working for the betterment of our people for a long, long time. And I want to thank you for being here tonight. So the next poet is someone who is un hermano, a longtime friend who I actually met when we were fighting to get the Navy out of Vieques. And he grew up here in the South Bronx, but he's from Yauco, or he lives in Yauco now. He'll tell you more about himself. He has 2 books that are a part of our raffle outside, and he just came from Yauco last week. So give it up for Raul Gorras Moris. Give it up for Raul.
How you doing? Buenas noches, and thank you for everything you're doing. When I start talking in Spanish, understand that I'm doing this not only because that's my first language, but because I'm protesting against all the other stuff that's going on around us. where you have people in different parts of the country where they can't speak en español. All right? 2 books. The first book is La historia de rap y reggaeton en Puerto Rico. Is the book written about the history of rap and reggaeton in Puerto Rico. There are 2 books that are like that. La compañera Raquel, can't remember her name, somebody shout out her last name, Rivera, wrote 1 book, and I wrote the other book in Espanol. And my name is Raúl Mores. You can get that, Amazon, and all that stuff. The second thing is La alquimia del sofrito canábico. It's the first cookbook written in Spanish on cannabis cooking. Yeah, and it's the first book written about Caribbean cooking. Not in Spanish because, cannabis cooking in Spanish, that's arroz con habichuela, es bistec, eso es hacer coquito, hacer all the stuff that we love, mangú, hacer all the stuff that we love with, you know, the medicine. So I'm going to do something called, as part of Kinky Borinque, it's a monologue. Under siege by those who create the genocide. Under siege by those who create the genocide. 1, 2, check. Under siege by those who create the genocide, creando campamentos de concentración, todos los caseríos en indignación, y en lugares llamados proyectos, señores. En para los indios norteamericanos, heredero, dueño de la fauna y el río, reservaciones indígenas como prostíbulos y líos. Sin el búfalo ni el pavo real, excluidos de su debido derecho a la libertad vital, consumidos por el alcoholismo y la drogadicción actual. Eso me queda familiar. No vendo mi convicción ni por moneda ni centavo. Escapé las cadenas y ya no soy esclavo. Conformistas, ya no corre el cimarrón ni reina el ñangotao. Soy enemigo del Estado, dotado en pensamiento y preparado. En contra de la mano derecha escondida en Hollywood, bebés hechos por órdenes y diseño. Gattaca, tiembla mi esperma que quiero Betty la fea y que sin cambio desea. Siembra mis hermanos soberanía desde dentro de las rejas. Saludan las palmeras. Nuevas serán las generaciones vestidas de multicolores, mal combinadas en apariencia pero completas en su definición y creencia. Tíos de familias extendidas serán extinguidas. Después de décadas bajo el yugo, Puerto Rico por primera vez experimenta la democracia al crudo y con eso las consecuencias de sus acciones. Vivimos en un momento histórico en que han sido muchas las razones que nos han llevado a esta metamorfosis de crecimiento y expresión importante. Ya no corre el cimarrón ni reina el ñacotao. Mentes dormidas por programación continua. Paso a paso identifico y trazo huellas escondidas en la arena con el sonido de una chillante sirena. Sangre que en tus manos ni limpia ni seca. Todo lo que tocas pretendes ignorarlo, pero la mancha se quita. Soldado con espíritu de león, I shot the sheriff, pero no hay entrega, cabrón. And why walk amongst the dead, caminando entre los muertos, walking amongst the dead. Creo escándalo con mi fe. R.E.M. despierta if you can. 15 segundos para de esos pensamientos profundos. 3, 2, 1. El colonizado como esclavo, pidiendo disculpas en su igualdad. Puertorriqueños de rodillas en Washington, pidiéndole al presidente lo que ya Dios, Alá, Buda repartió a toda la humanidad: dignidad. Toda entidad suprema es idéntica a la mente que la crea, limitada en su amor, función y perdón. Y por eso necesitamos un ser imperfecto para evitarla, reflejando nuestros temores y prejuicios, defendiendo nuestros pecados con instintos. La inacción conspira en su cobardía sin librarnos de su debido juicio. ¿Será la conciencia puesta a escrutinio? El escribo confunde lo divino, preprogramada culpabilidad. Nuevamente menciono la palabra esclavo. ¿Hacia dónde dirijo mi furia? ¿Hacia mi vida o mi vida que ansia furia? Estoy cansado de luchar. Estoy cansado de luchar. Estoy cansado de luchar, pero repito, sí puedo. Como es que entre puntos y comillas haya una pausa alrededor de la esquina, estamos mal. Cuando lo material se convierte en tarjeta de presentación, sufriendo de calor entre tanta vanidad de mente, la mente de línea magnética, la hora llena de inventos y excrementos, estamos mal. Cuando armados con el evangelio llevamos nuestros temores a crucificar y quemamos brujas hechas de pajas, evitando una segura penetración. Fantaseando el perdón, estamos mal. Cuando las iglesias se desbordan en grandeza y olvidan su deber de albergar a los enfermos y pecadores, cortes sin jueces imparciales y leches de entrañas, nunca cuestionando el autor. Racista, homofóbico y machista en su expresión. Hoy me atrevo a quitarle el uso de mi imagen, la del pueblo elegido, porque los que crean guerra son malditos. Aceleran tus palpitos. Fui yo el culpable del virgen de mi madre. Te reto a convertirme en Cristo. No entiendo un todopoderoso dividido en tres. ¿Para qué me confunde? Una isla que no tiene suficientes recursos para gobernarse, pero dividida ha logrado desmadrarse. Estamos mal. Cuando uno confunde y el horror de mierda no es ciencia cierta. ¿Quién serán las próximas víctimas? Porque los que experimentan tienen las vacas locas. Y ahora, ¿a quién les toca? Ayer nació la reencarnación del Hitler, el que define la palabra y distingue una de las titulares clases requeridas por la educación continua, currículum de la gran corporación genocidio como libre expresión, masacre que sobreviven chinos, zulus y judíos y una raza nunca vencida por insistencia de asimilación. Documentados quedan los hechos experimentados, gritos que subrayan pasado, resultados. Soy el único judío que se atreve a escupirle al César y que derrame mi sangre vibrante en la cruz prendida de llamas aterrorizantes. There is a clan in my land. Inhofe, Green, Rumsfeld, Ramírez, McClintock, Bush, CIA y no olviden McVeigh, el moderno Frankenstein creado por la US Marine. GTE, Star Wars, Bill Gates and Yahoo para asegurar the hill. Fuck you too. Buenas noches. Thank you.
Give it up for Raul. This is his book. He had donated 2 of his books for our raffle, and we're gonna actually start clothing and calling raffles. Like, we're not gonna wait till the end of the show. Just keep it, alive. I also wanted to give a shout out to Luis Cordero from Taller Boricua, who's in the house. I wanted to acknowledge, is Michael here? I love you too. Give it up for Kelston. We're just gonna keep it going. So let me bring up the next poet. She is a poet and prose writer and an activist and a longtime friend. Give it up for Alba Delia Hernandez.
Hola mi gente, ¿cómo están? I'm going to read a piece. It's titled Point Game. It's from my heart to mi patria. And it begins and ends with lyrics from a salsa song from the LeBron Brothers. So, here it is. Si yo tuviera pistola, estoy seguro que no me tratarían así. If you have hard hands, purple hands, torn up capillaries, a busted finger, and nails crooked filed by concrete ground, then you can stay. Handball courts are sacred ground, and Brooklyn are Mecca. 1984, junior high school 111 courts on Troutman between Central and Wilson, the heart of Bushwick. I would sit against the fence of any court, waiting for someone to ask me to play, usually a boy who thought I was going to be easy. The sun in my eye, but I hit it, pow, slap, boom, that ball, perfect, low to his right. He slides, but he had no chance. a blowout. I was a power hitter, a monster on the courts, the only place I had no fear of being beat. My hard hand so quick to strike, flexible, pissed off, fights, too much yelling and Spanish bad words at home. Like the time my stepfather said my mother was an hija puta, and I got mad, and for the first time I confronted him. I was 10, I told him, don't call my grandmother a whore. That blue ball in hand, smooth rolling, short line, long line, sideline, serve, underhand, change of serve, throw it, legs, white, quick, right, left, back, forth, shimmy to the left, shimmy to the right, jump high, moving blocks. That was not blocks. Interference, right, left, a killer, the best shot, because that ball just rolls from the wall, no bounce. I've been giving Puerto Rican history lessons for free to whoever will listen. I got my kids' attention, especially the part where the U.S. government killed 19 innocent people, including Jorgenia Maldonado, a little girl, only 7 years old. They shot her in the back. A massacre in Ponce on a Palm Sunday. Women in dresses and men in sunlit white clothes legally marching for independence. How Albizu was our Malcolm X. And when my kids ask me who is Malcolm X, I tell them that if someone hits you, you hit them back. Never stay hit, you heard? You never stay hit. You understand? You hit back, you punch back. Try not to use weapons, but if your opponent plays dirty, you grab whatever you can. You can break a Snapper bottle or a Coke bottle against the curb and use it here. Come outside with me. Let me show you how it's done. Yesterday, I overheard in the playground that they're gonna knock down the handball courts and put tennis courts. They've done that before. Come down here, see for yourself. These people said they got signatures and approvals. People around here been having votes and secret meetings, because I ain't seen no posted signs, never heard of this, and this is my neighborhood. Albizu said our signatures are worth nothing when we are slaves. A good friend of mine once said, you gotta be crazy to survive in this type of world. If you're not crazy, then something is really wrong with you. I don't think the Tainos had to worry about shit like that. I don't think there was such a thing as a crazy Taino. But perhaps after the Spanish arrived and pillaged, raped, and killed, maybe then there were spirits and chaos for the first time. The handball courts speak to me. Be not afraid, they tell me. We will stand tall and we will fight. We will resist. The battle cry from our concrete stature will make cowards of these intruders. Okay, I answer, but if someone starts some beef, tremble so that I feel it and I can get up from bed and prepare. I'm ready. When I was 15 years old, this kid and me fell in love because of our sportsmanship playing handball. He was the only Moreno with green eyes I had ever met. We played doubles and never blamed each other if we messed up. If I was the power hitter, he was finesse, cutting the ball so when it looked like the ball was going to bounce to the right, he had spun it on the palm of his hand so that it bounced to the left like a real fucked up magic trick. You had to be real smooth to spin a ball like that. We took over any court we played on until the sun went down and we couldn't really see the ball, but we managed to hit it anyway. When there was no one in sight, he pulled my long hair and I punched his arm. That's all we did, except for the time we kissed. Because my mom told me we were going back to Puerto Rico because my little brother was getting lost in the hood. It was a goodbye kiss, sweaty, exhausted, my back against the concrete wall, his arms framing my face. Don't go, he said. I have to, I said. His tongue finding all my tickle spots. 99 cents for a ball, wasting all my energy on all the white people moving into my neighborhood that I might forget to get my people organized because maybe now we can finish what Albizu began or at least get on where he left off to feel that spirit in me, my God. Are we ready? Who's coming? Because I'm not waiting for anyone to get their makeup on. We're going primitive style. We're going with vitiligo legs and vitiligo eyes, very knuckles and teeth. You see those people coming up the block with their racquetballs in hand, even got tennis skirts? Where the hell they going? Oh no, hell no. They are not going on those handball courts over my dead body. Albizu said that the revolution is the only way to rid ourselves of despotism. I tell the ladies that they can't come in, that this is a handball court, not a tennis court, and that they can't come in. They look startled, but the tall one walks past me. I follow her, and she turns back. If you keep harassing us, we'll call the police on you. When she said the police, her spit touched my face. There are times when I cannot contain my rage. I don't even know where it's rage. It's a feeling beyond my body, and I punch walls of concrete, and when it's really bad, I need flesh. I usually know when it's coming because I get nauseous out of the blue. Been like that since I was 10. The handball courts say to me, don't react, stay away from them. That's what they want. They want to get you in trouble. Breathe. Fuck me in handball wall. They want to erase you. They want to erase me like we never existed. Close down beauty store. Close down jewelry store where I bought my first Santa Barbara medalla. Close down communion and baptism store. Close down Joyce and Leslie store. Close down movie theater. Close down party favor store. Construction everywhere in apartments no one in my family can afford. There are so many U-Hauls on the block that no one can find parking. They even add floors to our beautiful brownstones blocking the vastness of our skies. Just fill up that bucket with ice, a lot of ice, so I could dunk my head and quench the fire in my brain. I heard the ocean and the coqui, but they tell me that this is all in my head, that I am hearing things, and I am seeing stars, so many that you gotta believe me, shit. My heart's tearing up because there ain't no stars here, and I left my heart back in Puerto Rico for the sand, the waves, and the moon who love the bones of my face. Some people say I'm gonna die soon if I keep up with this rap, inspired by my own making, like nothing ever happened to make me mad. Like you ever seen that clip of James Baldwin fuming because a talk show host asked him why he is so angry? He says, they murdered Medgar, Malcolm, and Martin, and you asking me why I'm angry? Oh, how I wish I had the eloquence of Baldwin to break down racism. I don't know if real estate lobbyists hate people of color, but I know what I do know is that they're raising our rents, giving us cash to leave, or straight ass evicting us so there's nothing left of us. Those tennis skirts called the cops on me because I peacefully explained to them that I was not going to let them play on the handball courts. I told them to get the fuck off the court unless they wanted to play me, and no fucking racquetballs on your bare hands, and I was ready for them. I wanted a clean game, but they called the cops on me. When the cops came, I sat against the handball wall and didn't listen when the cops told me to move away from the wall. Next thing I know, my face is up against the handball wall, against my friend, my buddy, a scrape on my cheek, handcuff, disorderly conduct, they said. And because the tennis skirt said that I threatened them with violence. I never threatened them. Next time, I'm gonna follow these tennis-loving rackets, and when they least expect it, I'm gonna break a bottle against the concrete sidewalk and threaten them for real. Like when mommy said that she was gonna give me a real reason to cry. And this time, I don't care how long they keep me in, because someone has to teach them a lesson. Someone gotta start making some changes around here. My family says that I'm getting easily enraged to use my words. I'm college educated, they say. And I tell them, they killed Malcolm. They killed Dr. King. And they tortured our leader, Albizu, to death and claimed he was crazy. And I'm getting easily enraged. I'm not Baldwin. I don't have the words. Remember, someone was to pick me up from mommy's house. I I was 10. I was waiting for my dad. He was supposed to have picked me up from mommy's house, but he never, ever came back, ever. Y después el comentario será, la que siempre fue mala, dirán que abuso, point game.
So you have your chance. I need Charmina to get in on it because you might get lucky. This, because I brought this personally. I didn't wear it, I promise. It's brand new. In Puerto Rico, it values at $30, but for one ticket, how much? $1 for one ticket, $3 for 5 tickets, and $5 for 10 tickets, okay? So this is, give it up for Charmvida. If you want to get in on it, she's gonna go around, raise your hands, and you could just, she'll give you you have to keep one, and then you have to put the other one in here, okay? So let me just show you again. So this is Roberto Clemente. This is the front, okay? And this is the original colors of the team that he played for when he played on the island in Puerto Rico. And then this is the other T-shirt. It's handmade by an artesana from Rincon with the coqui. It's beautiful. Okay, so raise your hand if you'd like to get in on it, because we have some people that already put in for it. And I'm gonna give this to you, okay? You could just drink that. I'll hold it. I'm going to introduce it. So raise your hand. I see your hands up there, Charmvida. And you could just go, and he's going to give you money. And then what you do is, okay. And thank you. All right, give it up for Alba Mota. I wanted to also acknowledge that we have Khalil Jacob Fantausi. Did he leave? I said, all right. Well, anyway, thank you everybody for being here. We have the next act performing a monologue for us, and I just want to properly introduce her. She's a beautiful light who just came into my life, and a very talented actor. She is bilingual, native New York actress and teaching artist. Her family is from Ponce and San Lázaro, Puerto Rico. Athena has worked as an independent teacher and coach in New York City for 10 years. She's appeared on TV shows like New Amsterdam, Bull, Jessica Jones, Law and Order, and SUV. When she's not acting for stage or film, Athena conducts theater workshops in New York City and to over 500 youth and adults annually. Yes, give it up for her. Please give it up for Athena Colon.
Buenas noches. Yo, this is heavier than it looks. What's up? Hi guys, how are you? Y'all looking good. Y'all looking real good. My name's Athena Colon. I'm second generation American. My family is from Ponce in San Lorenzo. And I wear that with pride because someone had mentioned, people are not learning Spanish. And I'll keep it real with you. Growing up, I was so afraid to speak Spanish in my house because I was going to be called La Gringa. And I had to grow up, and then I started teaching, and then I started teaching in the Bronx, and I was like, yo, I need to speak Spanish. That's my language. That's my power. And if I make a mistake, just correct me with love. And I'm going to take it with love. Right? So I came this evening with a big heart and a lot of intention to present a monologue that my dear friend Carmen Rivera wrote, Carmen is a playwright in New York City. She's phenomenal, a living playwright, right? She wrote a play called Julia de Burgos, Child of Water. If you do not know who Julia de Burgos was, she was a phenomenal Puerto Rican poet. Who I did not hear about until my 20s. Wow. But I'm gracious that in my 20s she's blessed me. So I thought, let me read that poem. Let me read that monologue. And something wasn't right this morning when I was rehearsing. Maybe it was the jitters. But I said, let me call my mom. So I called my mom and she gave me news of what's happening right now with my family in Ponce and Yauco. And I just felt like I needed to write. And I'm very vulnerable because I've never read this in front of an audience. But I feel like if I'm going to be vulnerable, I'm going to be vulnerable right here with my people. So here we go. It is between a niece and an aunt. They're on the phone with each other. Hey, Titi, bendición. Que Dios te bendiga. ¿Qué pasó? Mira, I was looking for flights this morning to go to Puerto Rico, and they're so damn expensive. Ay, mija. You already know. Now that Puerto Rico needs help, people need to fly, and airlines like to jack up the prices. I mean, but come on, Titi, it's crazy. $450. $450 one way. Las cosas se están poniendo feas. Look, it's not easy getting around the island right now anyway. Why do you want to go over there? Because I want to help. I don't know, I want to clean. I want to visit Mami Panchi's burial right in Ponce. I mean, God, I don't even know if it's collapsed. Mija, I don't think you get it. Okay? Things are bad down there. Tío Rubén called this morning que Reggie está malo. He's not doing well. He has the PTSD. PTSD. Ajá, eso mismo. That's what he has. Y mira, Reggie estaba trabajando por Yauco at the electric plant. Cuando the 6.6, we found out it was a 6.6. Cuando the 6.6 earthquake hit, dijo que a bunch of equipment and computers fell on him. That he was trapped. Pero gracias a Dios que vinieron uno de los co-workers para ayudarlo. His friend got him out by lifting off the equipment off of his back. And right before they ran out of the plant, se cayó otra pared. Another wall collapsed and crushed his co-worker. This is the same co-worker that just saved his life moments ago. Yo no sé cómo, mija, yo no sé cómo, pero they managed to break that wall and save that man's life. Fue un milagro de Dios. Bendito, pero pobre Reggie, está malo. Está malo. He's sleeping in a tent outside of his house. He told me last night was the first night he slept in his own bed because he was so scared that the walls in the house were gonna collapse and kill him. He said he would rather live through 700 Marias than all the earthquakes that Puerto Rico has been suffering from. Mija, oye, nena, you real quiet, you there? Yeah, I'm here, Titi. I'm sorry, I'm just, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's sad. See? Está bien triste, sí. Pero you know what? At least right now they only get a few earthquakes, like 7 a day. You know, so it's getting better. Better, you crazy? Mira, tío Rubén also told me que Guánica está completamente destruida. Guánica. Destroyed? Sí, nena, they have to rebuild it. And okay, what about Ponce? Ma, what about Ponce and Mommy's burial? Bueno, they said Ponce is okay, but everyone has that BS. It's traumatized, okay? And they didn't think that the bridge connecting to Ponce will last much longer. They have to rebuild that too. Tia, I need to get to Puerto Rico. Pero mija, right now is not a good time. Yeah, but come on, please, listen. Call Titi Milagro. Call her, ask her if she knows the back roads to Ponce. I need to check if Mami Panchi's grave is okay. I literally have dreams of Mami Panchi calling me, asking me, nena, hazme el favor. Ven acá, límpiame la tumba. Por favor. Que limpia, que limpia, que limpia. ¿Está bien? ¿Está bien? I'll call Milagro. Hey, you okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. It just sucks. All this shit that's happening on the island right now. I know, Mommy, but you know what? You know what? We're resilient. Right? Mira, Tío Ruben also said that when he went to the store in Yauco, they filled up his car with water. Y él le dijo, mira, no, déjalo a alguien que lo necesita. Give it to somebody who needs it. But you know how Puerto Ricans are. Stubborn, but always ready to help. So the water, the people with the water, they said, mira, no te preocupes, llévatelo. Uno nunca sabe. So Tío Ruben ended up driving to Guanica, and he gave the water that was intended for him to the people who really needed it. ¿Viste? Las cosas se están cambiando, se están mejorando. We have to get better, Titi. Mijita, they will. Tú tienes que tener fe. I have faith. Eso. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to go call your Titi Milagro and we're going to get you to Ponce. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Athena Colón. That was such an important piece, and it really speaks to how we are connected, that we feel our people's pain, that trauma, chronic, traumatic stress disorder is a better way of putting it rather than PTSD, like post-traumatic stress. It's something in the past, it's like something happened in the past that's traumatizing you, but something that's every day, that's chronic, and post secondary trauma also is very real, and something that we experience not firsthand, but when we witness and the people that we love and care about and our island is dealing with also affects us as well, and we're definitely connected. I just wanted to share something. A painting fell off of my wall in my living room, and it's a very special painting. It was painted by Oscar Lopez Rivera. It's a portrait of me that he painted in the last days of his incarceration, and it was on my living room wall. It never fell off, and last week, one evening, it fell off the wall, and I was like, that was spooky, and I put it back up, and then the following morning, it fell again. And this time, it knocked some things off of my altar. I'm a Buddhist. I chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And I was like, we are so connected. And then I started thinking, I've been thinking, oh, well, I don't have a backpack. I mean, we need backpacks too, right? Like, just how the social media kind of has an impact on us also psychologically, emotionally. Now we're running around and because of capitalism, right? There's items that need to be purchased to put in these backpacks. But, having a backpack isn't necessarily like a real plan. But we're thinking like even up here like, oh, we should have backpacks too, or like looking and noticing cracks on the ceiling or the wall. I'm in the Bronx, I'm not in Puerto Rico. The point is that piece, Athena, it really spoke to what we're dealing with in the diaspora and how we're connected. And so I appreciate you and thank you so much. I know who I wanted to give a shout out to, Anthony Morales, who I saw. I don't know if you're come find me, but we're gonna do this raffle. This raffle is closing the 2 T-shirts. We're gonna pick a number. Who's gonna pick it? Okay, going once, going twice. Okay, that's it. All right, so pull the number. There's some other items that I want to just let you know that for the silent auction, we have a poster of Pedro Pietri's Spanglish National Anthem that Margarita, who is here, his widow is here with us tonight. She donated, so you can still go out to the silent auction. As far as the raffle, we still have the book and some jewelry, earrings, and some bracelets that I beaded myself. But now we're gonna start with this one, the coqui, by a beautiful artesana in Rincon. And we're gonna call the number.
Okay, let's check it.
Check it.
Okay. 1.
Okay.
And we'll read the number.
Okay. Ready? Gracias. Thank you, Mama. Okay. So the number is 8627688.
Yeah, the last 3 digits is 688. 688 going once. 688 going twice. You got it? Okay. Take it.
Oh, 27.
Let me see. No, no, it's not. 999. No. Hold on. No, she was right. 027.
027.
I know. 027.
The whole number?
Oh, the whole number? Okay, it's 665027. Okay.
You got it, Papote?
Yeah?
Hey, congratulations! You got the Roberto Clemente t-shirt. I know you're gonna rock that, right? That's actually the material protects you from the sun. All right, congratulations. Okay, so we're gonna keep this going, and what's next on our program? I think we have a screening. So you could cue up the American. So this whole question, give it up for Hennessy and for Charmida. Thank you. All right. So as to the whole question, when a crisis like this hits, you often hear the narrative that that is true. Yes, as Puerto Ricans, we are U.S. citizens. We are U.S. citizens because of the Jones Act that was passed in 1917 after the U.S. invaded Puerto Rico in 1898 and granted us citizenship for the privilege of drafting our men into World War I, which was supposed to be the war to end all wars. By the way, there's a protest happening tomorrow. We stand in solidarity with no war in Iran, no more war in the Middle So as far as that whole narrative that we deserve this because we're, as human beings, as a matter of dignity, as a matter of respect, we deserve to be treated as such, right? But in answer to the question of being a U.S. citizen, I like Tato Laviera's take where he says, American? Yeah, I'm a Rican. I'm a Rican. So we're going to show actually the trailer of a beautiful documentary about Tato Laviera, and it's a poem with Tato. You'll get to see Tato Laviera with a few familiar faces. So you could turn down the lights and play that.
I'm a Rican, walking plena rhythms in New York, strutting beautifully, alert, alive, many turning eyes, wondering, admiring. I'm a Rican, defining myself, my own way, anyway, many ways. I'm a Rican with the big R and the accent on the I. I'm a Rican, like the soul gliding talk of gospel boogie music. I'm a Rican.
Speaking new words in Spanglish tenements, fast tongue, moving street corner, que corta talk, being invented at the insistence of a smile. I'm a Rican, abounding inside so many ethnic English people, and out of humanity we blend and mix all that is good. I'm a Rican, integrating in New York and defining our own destino, our own way of life. I'm a Rican.
Defining the new America, humane America, admired America, loved America, harmonious America, the whirling peace.
Our energy is collectively invested to find other civilizations, to touch God further and further, to dwell in the spirit of divinity. American, yes, for now, for I love this.
My second land, and I dream to take the accent from the altercation and be proud to call myself American in the U.S. sense of the word. But for now I can't. I'm a Rican. I'm a Rican. America.
So, is Teresa here and my family? I wanted just to call, make sure that my family is here. Because 2 years ago after Maria happened, and I just wanted to also just share that the Tato Laviera documentary is on DVD. 2 years ago when Hurricane Maria happened, this is like a flashback Friday moment. If you weren't here at my wedding, if you don't know that I married Puerto Rico, you missed it. But if you Google Bronx woman marries Puerto Rico, you will see that Bronx Channel 12 News, which we're going to see the clip, it's only 1 minute. I know, I'm a blushing bride, you know, blushing bride. I want to show the clip, it's a flashback Friday moment, and that went viral. And it was also attached, there was a fundraising effort, Enzo Taves performed, Rosa Angelica Lopez performed, Enzaki Shange was here, Rochelle, you know, my sister Rochelle cooked, it was right here in the point, and we facilitated a community vow to Puerto Rico, and I have copies, so I'm going to pass them out, but first I would like to, if you could share the Bronx Channel 12 News clip.
Community members gathered at the point for a ceremony of hope and commitment As Bronx-born poet and activist, Mariposa Fernandez takes her vows from her homeland of Puerto Rico.
It's all about Puerto Rico. It's about resiliency. It's about building community. It's about sharing. It's about being strong. It's about not giving up, coming back like the phoenix.
It was special. It was an honor to support Mariposa. You know, she's been a big important person for the Puerto Ricans. You know, her poetry is awesome. I have a lot of respect for her, and so it was an honor to be here and to support her.
In the wake of Hurricane Maria and 1,000 funerals, we have come together as a community to commit to our homeland, commit to our people, aquí y allá, that whatever it takes, we're going to be there for our people, to love and protect in good times and bad, and to love each other, and that's what this is about.
This is Ed Martinez, reporting for BronxNet.
Thank you so much. This is a different moment. Like it's hard for me to look at that, but how emotional it was for me and for us. Actually, Ponce and his wife Mari were actually here at the wedding, so El Maestro was a part of the wedding too, and we had a 3-layered cake from Valencia. But I actually have a clip. It's only 1 minute of the actual vow. And so I'm not going to facilitate the vow. I'm going to stand with you because this is not about Bronx woman marries Puerto Rico. Okay? That was a headline. But in actuality, it was about a community vow. And everybody who was there took that vow. So this is like self-explanatory. You know, you can say the words and you can say it. It's in Spanish and in English, whatever language you feel comfortable, but there's a space for you to say your name and for you to make that declaration of a commitment to love, honor, and cherish Puerto Rico, Mother Earth, and humanity. And it's a lifelong commitment. So shortly after this wedding, I saw that in Mexico, a group of activists married a forest. They married the trees and they hugged the trees and they actually made a vow and they married the forest. A marriage is a coming together and it's a commitment. So that's what I invite you to do. And I'm going to step over there. Do you have it queued up? Okay, thank you. Te acepto a ti, Puerto Rico, y tu diáspora, la madre tierra y la humanidad, con mi amor de verdad, amarte y protegerte, de hoy en adelante, en la riqueza, en la pobreza, en la enfermedad y en la salud, para todos los días de mi vida. Prometo serte fiel, y hasta que la muerte nos separe. Thank you. Thank you so much. I believe in the power of ritual. I want to take a few minutes to invite Nos Quedamos, Eddie Pagan, and is Wanda here? But Eddie is here, and I would like for you to say a few words, Eddie. Give it up for Eddie Pagan.
Hola mi gente, ¿cómo están hoy? Thanks for coming out, and it's such a pleasure to see so many of you come out. Que han salido tanta gente a apoyar la isla de Puerto Rico, nuestra gente. Yo quiero que cojan un momentito and look around the room and look who's next to you and around, because these are people that took the time out to support our people on the island. And let me make something clear. Our people are in desperate need, and they're suffering, and they need our support, but also, this is also to some degree for us a little bit, because we're also worried about our loved ones on the island, about their well-being, where they're gonna sleep, how they're gonna eat, if they're sick or not. And so this also allows us to sort of do something proactively and engage our time with something to do instead of just worrying and sitting at home. And this is only one of many events going on around in the borough of the Bronx and the South Bronx, but in other places, aquí, in New York and Chicago, and other places where there's a big bedrock of a Puerto Rican community. They also often say that the biggest municipality outside of Puerto Rico is the South Bronx. And when you see events like this, you know that that's true. And so I don't want to take a lot of time. I want to thank my colleagues from Nos Quedamos who quickly agreed to join this effort. I want to thank Mariposa for reaching out and saying, could we do something? And of course, we're going to do something for our people on the island. That's what we do as Boricuas. And we don't just do it for us. Every time that there is a disaster, los Boricuas están presentes, and we're giving away the last bit of food so that somebody else does not suffer. So it's time to do it for our own people. I want to thank The Point, who's been around for about 27 years, opening up their doors to the community, and they always say presente, and they always say, our space is your space. I also want to give a big shout out to all the artists and poets, singers and dancers who loaned their time tonight so that we can raise some funds for our people on the island. And that's it. You're not here for me, but I just want to say thank you for everyone that's here, everybody that came and had to leave for one reason or another. And I'll say this one last thing. You guys paid a donation to come inside tonight, but you also got a full performance. So that was the price of admission. If you want to make a real donation where you didn't get anything back, I would encourage you that as you walk out that door, pull out a little bit more out your pocket and give it out as you go, because as it's been said tonight, every dollar that is raised because of the network that Ponce and Maestro and the people on the ground in Puerto Rico that we're partnering with, this money is going directly to our people. And that's one thing, that's the only way that we would have gotten aboard. Because you know the tomfoolery that happened before, where we're still seeing on the news that water and food and feminine napkins and Pampers for children are just laying in large warehouses. We're not going to let that happen on our watch, and we just want to thank you because you know that everything you've donated is going to our people. Thank you for coming out. Y que siga el pueblo por dentro.
Thank you. I need help with the raffles. If you can get the tickets for me, someone. Michael, can you go? Yeah, can you go out there? There's like a thing. So I wanted to advertise. We're gonna raffle off the books now, but I wanted to add a set of earrings. These earrings, but this is something very special that was donated by Esperanza Martel. It's handmade pottery, so this is glass because it's it's very special and it values at $50. And with that, to make it even more special, these are beads that I beaded because I just took up a new hobby. Es para calmar los nervios. Okay, so that is for this. So if you'd like to buy, you can. This is Michael. Give it up for Michael. He's a CUNY student, part of CUNY Service Corps Puerto Rico. And raise your hands if you would like to purchase. It's $1 for one ticket, $3 for 5, and $5 for 10 for this. But for right now, we are going to raffle off the books and the earrings. Okay, the young ones left. So, okay. So first the earrings. All right. So shake it out. Take it out. Okay. All right. You have better eyes than me. What does that say? The whole number.
862 7637.
Se fue. Okay, going once, going twice. Okay. Oh, you. One copy of Raúl's book, El Rap versus La 357. 357.
665031.
665301. Oh, 031. Oh my God, no Papote, you're lucky tonight. Give it up for Papote. Okay, so the second copy of the book. Oh, money. Isabel, can you put this with a, thank you. Thank you. Give it up for Isabel. Isabel from Como Siempre Contigo, another one of our supporters for this event.
Eight 7604.
All right, congratulations. Thank you. Okay, so once more, I would just like to show you this beautiful piece of Taino art made by Esperanza Martel. You can put this on your altar. You can wear it, and you can adjust this, okay? So it doesn't have to be so low. You can put it right here over your heart chakra. It's beautiful, handmade. And to accompany it, to make it even more special, you can have bracelets that okay, and I'm a Reiki practitioner. I infuse this with Reiki and love, okay? So if you would like to get in on this, we're not going to do it right now. We're going to wait till the end of the show, because we have our last performance. Just raise your hand and Michael will come over to you, okay? Thank you. All right, so this is our finale, and I'm so excited. This happened like I don't believe in coincidence. You know, I believe everything happens for a reason, right? And I want to tell the story. Okay, you will tell the story, okay? But I want you to put your hands together. Give it up for Boogie Down All Stars.
Buena, mi gente. ¿Están despiertos? Despierta. How you feeling? It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, El Maestro Mariposa. I ran into Mariposa. Well, actually, the last time I was here was to perform for Mariposa's wedding. So it is an honor again to be here, continuing to be in solidarity con mi hermana Borinquen. Yo soy cubana y colombiana, born and raised in the Bronx, so Puerto Rico is like my sister. She like right there. Cuba right there. And no matter what happens, I'm happy to see that people are still coming out, still coming together with their families, their children, their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, their friends, their vecino. Se quedaron hasta el final, and we appreciate you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you to all the artists that came on stage today. Everybody sharing a piece of the puzzle. And I hope that we do the same, and we honor you as you honored us today.
Save the best for last.
Oh, and wait, the story, Mariposa. Yes, so a week ago, a week and a couple days, we are all one, so we're not saving the best for last. Everybody's the best, so let's make that clear. We here for one reason. We're not here so we can be. This is not for American Idol. This is not The Voice. This is not none of that. Cut that out. We're here to share in music and culture, right? We have our Tainos with us. That's what we do. So we here, we brought it. I ran into Mariposa 2 Wednesdays ago at Bronxnet in the bathroom. I was doing my makeup and she walks in. I'm like, Mariposa, where you been? And she's like, yo, I'm doing this fundraiser. I'm like, you gotta say less. Like, it's for Puerto Rico. I'm calling my people. We coming. It's happening. So thank you, Mariposa, for doing this. You a warrior in our community. You are a legend and you are inspiration. I don't know where you at, but you are inspiration. We young and we see you. Thank you. Walking in the shadow of giants. So thank you. Go to your neighbor like, yo, I need an onion. Me llama. So that's real, and that's art, and that's what music means to me. You know, and the only reason I dressed up was because Mariposa was like, can you dress up? I was like, I got you, girl. I got you. Because see, no. Oh, you see? See, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming regardless. We from the boogie down. That's a fact. So, with that being said, we're gonna do a variety of originals and music that inspires us. We call ourselves the Boogie Down All Stars because we're very inspired by music that we grew up listening to. Fania, Celia, Hermosa, Boriqueña, Cubana, that inspired us. So no, we're not gonna be singing Roddy Ricch. We're not gonna be singing anything that's popping. We're not singing Drake. But we hope that in keeping these instruments presente at the forefront, we will continue our lives making this music inspired by the things that we love, so that our kids and y'all kids and everybody's kids can see that this is still very relevant. Antes de MySpace, antes de Facebook, había la conga, había el djembe. There was no MySpace. There was that. It was no BBM, ping me. It was no Nextel. It was like, yo, you hear the drum? War is coming. And we spoke of war earlier. We not with that war in Iran. We not with war, period. We with unity now. It's 2020 now. Can we please have more peace? And I think through music we can. So with that being said, this is a song I wrote a while ago, years ago. It's called Revolution. And here we go. And also paying homage to La India with Yemayayo Jr. Go ahead, no me peguen a mí. There you go. We don't need revolution, listen, but we need more love in here. Put your fist in the air. Play music all night, no fear. Okay. See, don't, no, y'all can't stop. Wait, pause. Hold on, keep going. Now you gotta play for like 5 seconds. Alright. We don't need revolution. We just gotta free their minds. Stop trying to change the times. You can't rewind. History repeats itself. Anybody listening to Mother Earth? We don't need their pollution, no, but we sure act like we do. Eating all their fake food, yeah, following all their rules. We don't need Grammy Awards, but I wanna see you dress up and sing your favorite song at the local spot. The point might make you a star, yeah. Anybody listening to Mother Earth? Keep going, Jay. We're gonna add some spoken words to pay homage to the poets in the building. Seems like we're focusing on the bad. I see something wrong with that. I see something you could change. Do you feel the same way? Where would Martin be today? Spirits looking to be saved, channeling all the energy. Just to give you some realness, hypocrisy, following all this. I promise the day that we go is when we will resolve this. I told my mama I just wanna live inside melodies to provide symphonies from my people living tragically. I hear you. Pray I make it to a billion just to free you. Prima se morinquen son reina de la tierra. You wouldn't believe how much fresher that air is. Is anybody listening to Mother Earth? Oh, yeah. We haven't played in a while, so bear with us with a little. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Okay, so I think it's time to introduce the band. What y'all think? Y'all want to know who these people are behind me? My friends, my brothers? All right. So to my left, all the way, we have Elliot Rey Lassi on the bongos and also Lena on the timbales. Our maestro. Representing, what you representing? The beautiful island of Puerto Rico. Over here.
Come on now. I am half Puerto Rican. Let me hear the applause. Where the Boricuas at? There we go. And I also represent the Dominican Republic and Haiti. So. Oh, wow, lots of noise for that, right? Oh my God. Oh, yeah, shall we continue?
To the right of him, I have Colombian brother from Queens, soul brother #1, Christian Bravo on the congas. These are good friends of mine for a long time. To his right, I'm gonna step over. I got Jay on the bass, giving us the funk and the grooves. And I have Demetrius Caceres on his right, Demi, also from, where you from?
I'm from Puerto Rico. Well, I'm from the Bronx. Let me play.
Well, okay, we're from the Bronx, some of us. Yes,
but
yes.
My parents are Puerto Rican and Dominican and Cuban.
Wepa, so we here. There was no way. I don't care if there was a baby shower tonight. I was gonna tell them, I'm sorry, I'll see your baby later. Anyway, so continuing. Demetrius has something for us, and I will let you take it away, my brother.
So, thank you. As you already heard, my name is Demetrius Caceres. I come from a strong people. My grandmother, Juana Suarez, came to the barrio from Bayamón, Puerto Rico, to try to make a better life for her family. Yes. She came not knowing English. She came with no money, but my grandmother was able to persevere, and through her hard work, sacrifices, and resilience, she was able to bring her parents and 11 of her brothers and sisters to New York City. That to me is a perfect example of the true nature of my people. And that's why I'm able to rest and hope, because we are a hardworking people, we are a strong people, and we are a resilient people. So I'm going to sing at the beginning of a song that is, I guess, a good example of our emotions towards the island of Puerto Rico. Yo sé lo que son los encantos de mi Borinquen hermosa. Por eso la quiero yo tanto, por siempre la llamaré preciosa. Yo sé de tus hembras trigueñas, sé el olor de sus rosas, a esa mi tierra riqueña, por siempre la llamaré preciosa. Isla del Caribe, Isla del Caribe, Borinquen. En un llano tan inmenso como el cielo, voy a podar un jardín para que duerma tu cuerpo en un mar espeso y ancho, más ancho que el universo. Voy a construir un barco para que navegue el sueño.
Un universo negro como el ébano más puro, voy a construir de blanco nuestro amor para el futuro. En una noche cerrada voy a detener el tiempo para soñar a tu lado que nuestro amor es eterno. Y volar, volar tan lejos,
donde nadie nos obstruya pensamiento, volar, volar sin miedo, como palomas libres, tan libres como el viento, y vivir, vivir lo nuestro,
y amarnos hasta quedar sin aliento. Soñar, soñar despierto.
En un mundo sin razas, sin colores, sin lamento,
sin nadie que se oponga,
en que tú y yo nos amemos.
Yo, Puerto Rico birthed some of the best artists, period, and that is proof here to see who came on stage earlier and who is here now. It is an honor to share the stage with them. So, we continue.
something to kind of like lift the spirits. Music, you know, we go up and down with it, so, you know, we just gonna ride it out. This is what we do. Love songs that you could show your kids and stuff. That's not, you know, crazy. Today's day is wild. Yes. Oh, you thought I was just, I wanted to hold your hand? I always want to hold your hand. Hey, where's the pick? Oh, Christian. Beautiful. Oh, yes, and now, feel free to get up and dance at any point. Because we are now right where we should be. So. Another one, real quick. What was the price of it? Atrévete, salte del closet, destápate, quítate el esmalte, deja de taparte, que nadie va a retratarte, levántate, ponte hype, préndete, sácale chispa al estarte, préndete en fuego como un light.
for corporations. Got lost in the matrix, my brain hurts. 9 years old, I hit my first stage, destined for greatness. Playing Mozart, but people still hate me. 13, my mama caught me Alicia Keys. Got on stage and I sang diary. I was a Girl Scout, so young and naive. Didn't take long to start chasing my dream. 17, my spirit guides told me poetry. Joseph Grant and Jacob pulled out the higher beat. Verbal asylum, we hitting the streets. Owning MCs, hiding behind beats. 19, came back to the Mecca. Got my guitar, I was on to the next one. Rockstar life, drugs, liquor, and stripe. Happy feeling like curl, almost took my life. 21, I escaped the swimming pool. Finished my album right at 22. Who you? Rosa Angelica Lopez, yes indeed. The name they wanna white out, but I won't proceed. So they honor all the warriors that came before me. Tell me how to stop these politicians burning trees. Tell me how to pop, drop, bull, properly. So I can show my people how to be. How did we end up like this? Why do we keep on fighting? Went to school to learn about guns, wars, and violence. Never knew Taino, never knew my people. I guess they don't respect us. Like we zeros, but the system doesn't work for us. Destroy your mind, your eyes are blind to put you weak like you asleep today. They message like sheep. Fund the war, what the we fighting for? See those wouldn't be without the poor. So, what do we like? La salsa. Alright, when I say what do we like, you're gonna be like la salsa. And then when I say what do we love, we're gonna be like Borinquen. Ready? Okay, go. Okay, go. What do we like? La salsa. What do we like? La salsa. I can't hear ya. What do we like? La salsa. 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 What do we love? Borinquen. What do we love? Hey, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
The Boogie Down All-Stars. Thank you. All right. So we're going to close it out with the rest of the raffles, okay? And some items from the silent auction that were not bid on have been added to it, okay? So don't go. If you have a bunch of raffle tickets, we're going to do that right now. I need help.